evening. I just want to uh, go ahead and say thank you in advance. Today we're going to be talking about Glow RX, and I'll tell you a little bit about me and why where this came from, and what prompted me to write the book, what um, my why, if you will, and who the book is for. And then I'll answer any questions you may have. I want to make this, sorry, what? I'm kind of new to this technology thing, so just be patient with me, please. But, okay, there we go. Hi. Hey. Thank y'all for coming. Okay, I am. All right, I'm using this for the first time, so I'm on a learning curve. Things look crazy. Just let me know, please. How you doing, Chef? Hey, Dr. Joel. Congratulations, Chef. Congrats. I need to come visit your joint for sure. It looks so good, so incredibly good. Um, so yes, so I want to be cognizant of your time because it is 8:30, and I believe there's like a one-man debate going on. Let us pray and vote. Okay, so, but in the essence of time, I'll go ahead and get started. I am Dr. Nicole McCarty, and I am passionate about health for everyone. I am an integrative health doctor and wellness coach. I care about the health, of course, of myself, because if I'm not healthy, then I can't help anyone else. But even more so than that, about my family and about my community. And there are a lot of things that, as a woman of color, there are a lot of things that just we don't necessarily do in the essence of health. And it's not because we don't want to. A lot of times it's just because I don't know, we're not educated about it. And so I want to be a voice and be a resource so that others can gain the knowledge that they need and implement certain changes into their lifestyle so they can live healthy, whole, and happy. So I do all this and I serve out of my abundance, and I absolutely enjoy it. I love education. I love teaching. I love sharing. And I love learning. So I'm a student of life, as I like to call it. So anyway, what is G.L.O.W RX? So G.L.O.W RX, I like to call it a prescription for healthy living, if you will, because it is. G.L.O.W stands for glow and live optimally well. So, what's in a word? I had a teacher in chiropractic school. She'd say, what's in a word? So grow and live optimally well. I think that kind of sums up life. You want to grow, you want to live, you want to be optimal, and you want to be well. So there is G.L.O.W RX. So it's your prescription for a whole and well you. And it provides an easy to implement introspective guide into reintroducing yourself to yourself. And how often is it in life that we've kind of gone off track, and maybe some things have happened and we lost sight of who we were, and it wasn't intentional by all means, but it happened. And what's most important is that you got back on track. And so what this book does is it gives you that blueprint to get back to you, to reconnect to you. And I think in this society where technology is all around us, and we're so, in some ways addicted to it, we lose the ability to connect with one another. And we lose the ability to connect with ourselves because we're inundated with all of this information from everywhere else. And so I wanted it to serve as a guide for people to reconnect with themselves, to get to know who they are, to be able to take themselves out on a date pre-pandemic take themselves out on a date, just themselves, and be happy and whole and complete and just have a ball with no one else there. And you'd be amazed at how many people, have said to me, Nick, I don't want to go out by myself. I feel lonely. And I think that's sad. So I wanted to create something that would help people to connect with themselves so that they reach a point where they don't necessarily need the company of anyone else to feel whole and complete. This isn't your general, like, you can do it, abs and buns kind of book. So it's not that. It does talk about, of course, nutrition and the physical aspect, but I focus on the 4 pillars of health: mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional, and how that makes a complete person. So while yes, physical is important, it is not the end all be all. What's happening on the inside determines a lot of times what happens externally or what it looks like externally. So I kind of just went into why I wrote Glow, but excuse me, but I wanted to focus on embracing what was authentic and valuable in each of us, because you are valuable, okay, more than you can even imagine. And so I wanted to emphasize that. And also, I wanted to really drive home the relationship between here, vertical, the relationship between you and your creator and you and God, and as your primary focus, and then the relationship between you and yourself is your secondary focus, and then your relationship between you and your family is your tertiary focus. And sometimes we get those out of order, and when we get them out of order, that's kind of when we run into issues. So I wanted that to be a thing. Okay, so that's why I wrote Glow RX. It's about embracing your beauty, embracing your curves. Okay, curves are beautiful. You ask most men, they prefer you have them. So, especially if you ask your honey bun, they definitely prefer you have them. So, embracing your beauty, no matter what that looks like, and when you're able to embrace your beauty, then guess what? How anybody else feels is irrelevant. So, if someone doesn't like it, you tell them to kick rocks and you keep going. So that really is the why. Okay, and then who did I write this for? Initially I wrote it for women. Okay, or initially I wrote it for women, but it kind of turned into this blueprint of sorts, and it applies to anyone who is living. So men, women, non-binary, doesn't matter. If you're living, then this can apply to you. Anyone who desires more and who needs more. And so the crazy thing is, I was asking my husband, I was like, I don't really know what to talk about, because listen, I'm just going to be honest with you. This is all really new for me. But one thing he did say, he said, well, talk about what makes your book different. And it took a little bit, because I wasn't really sure if I don't know how to really say what makes it different. Because I don't ever want to say what another book does not do, or my book is better than someone else's. I believe there's something for everyone, for sure. And but I know my purpose and my passion, and I know the place from where my book came from. And so what makes it different is that it offers a solution in providing a path for you to truly, truly, truly reap the benefits of a whole and well you. And while I provide a solution, it's still up to you to do it. So, if you read it and you don't apply it, then, that doesn't fall on me, but if you read it and you actually apply the things that I've instructed in the book, and you really take it to heart, then because I focus on the 4 pillars of health, because I've written it in such a way that it's palatable, if you will, I really think that it's something you will enjoy. And it's meant to be a manual of sorts that you can read over and over again. And every time you read it, you'll get new meaning. Every time you read it, you'll get a new revelation. It's supposed to evolve with you because we are supposed to evolve. If you are not a person who's evolving and getting better, then yeah, we need to have a chat because we are always supposed to be evolving as people and getting better. So I focus on the internal as well as the external, but I focus on the internal because if the internal's on track, then the external will follow. And in a time where we focus a lot on, ooh, I want to, body goals, or I want to look like this reality person or this entertainer, and we lose the fact that we really are enough all in ourselves, and we don't need to look like anyone or, act like anyone else. We just need to be us, authentic and beautiful, and embrace it and glow, essentially. And so when you are healthy, you glow. When you are healthy physically, you have a physical glow. When you are healthy emotionally, you glow. When you're healthy spiritually and mentally, you glow. And that is what I wanted for people. And don't get me wrong, I haven't always been in this place. Okay, I went through my fair share of life. I've been through my fair share of life. I'm pretty sure there's more life coming. That's kind of the way God works. But the crazy part, and I'll share a little bit of my story next Thursday, but the crazy part is going through life, I learned lessons. And in those lessons and in those times where God was just, he sat me down and he showed me some ugly truths about myself. He showed me some beautiful things about myself. And he showed me some strategies as to how I can come into this place where I am now. And I am ever so grateful and thankful, but it was a process. And that's another place from where the book came from. So I'm not telling you about things that I read in a book or that I think I know. I've gone through it and it works. My husband's implemented a lot of these principles and they will work. So if I hoard them and hog them all to myself, then I'm doing God a disservice with the gifts that he's given me. And so that's why I wrote G.L.O.W. Yay! And I'm so excited. It is, it'll be due out at the end of this month for pre-orders. It will have an accompanying downloadable PDF workbook, or transformation guide. So you want to make sure you cop that along with it. I will be have a special bundle that will include it. But yeah, that is what we're doing. And so I wanted to choose Thursday evenings as our day. And I promise, no, I'm not even gonna promise. I'm a little guilty, not guilty, goofy. Can't even get it right. Right? I'm a little goofy, and especially when I get nervous. But it's okay. It's okay. I can't promise you I will be less goofy next week. That's highly unlikely. But what I will promise you is that over the next few weeks, we'll dive into concepts from the book. And of course, I'm not going to read the book to you because you got to get it. But I'll take concepts and thank you. I'll take concepts and we'll kind of unpack some of those. And if you have questions, bring your questions. We can have a chat. It's okay. We'll make it fun. And it doesn't have to be long because we're probably about to wrap this up right now. but this is what we'll be doing for the next few Thursdays on Glow Up Thursday. And of course, just, tell all your friends, share. Share with them. G.L.O.W. It is coming out. It is the absolute bomb. I might be a little biased. I'm definitely biased. No, but it's really good. It's really, really good. My editor thinks it's good. But G.L.O.W, it's really going to bless you. And because it blesses me every time I read it. And I've read it probably, I don't know, like 3-4 times by now, maybe 5. So I get something new every time. So I'm really excited. I can't wait for to get the feedback from you all. I can't wait to hear and see you put some of the things into practice. It's going to talk about stress management. Lord knows we all need that. Yeah. It's going to talk about meditation and the mind-body connection, which don't sleep on it. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. It's going to talk about sleep. Some of us don't get enough of it. I have my moments. I have a 1-year-old, so I can't work until she's asleep. I know that's not an excuse. I'm my own worst patient sometimes, but I'm working on it. Okay, but it's great stuff. And so we will unpack that as the weeks go on. I'm not going to hold you, but I do thank you for tuning in. It's been absolutely great. If you all have questions, just feel free to ask. But if no one asks questions in the next 60 seconds, then we'll probably wrap it up. I told you I like it goofy when I'm nervous. I'll get better. It's okay. Everybody good? Okay. Well, I love you all. I appreciate you all. Oh, and the cover. Man, I appreciate. Okay, I'm almost done. I appreciate you all so much. The outpouring of love for, helping me choose the covers. It touched my heart. It really, really did. It made me super, super, super excited. And I'm going to tell you the cover that I chose, but not this week. I'm going to tell you next week. So I'll tell you next week. It's going to be great. You probably already know if you've looked at the comments at all, but I'm really excited. So the big reveal will happen next week. And the release date, it was the release date. The release date, October 31st, but that might change and I might move it up sooner. Like I'm on this ASAP train. Okay, so plan for October 31st. That is my honey's birthday. So it's going to be a special day. Or I might move it up. So it might be sooner than that. So just kind of be on the lookout. When it drops, trust me, it'll be everywhere. Everywhere. And then I will, we'll just leave it at that. Okay. All right. Thank you, Marion. Good looking out. Appreciate it. That was my brother. He keeps me on my toes. So thank you for that. All right, y'all. Well, you all have a wonderful night. Go watch Vice President Biden. Y'all make sure you vote if you haven't voted already. I know most people have, because we gotta make a change. It's time to make a change. We are the people who can do it. Yeah, it's time. Yes, I just quoted the ones. Okay, but we need to vote. So if you haven't voted, please make sure you make your way to the polls and vote. We need change. We need change. So, make sure you exercise your right. Exercise it with a smile. Know that I love you. Have a good night. And I will see you all next week on Glow Up Thursday. All right. Love and blessings, y'all. Toodles.